Can family changes lead to emotional eating in children? Have you ever wondered how family dynamics can shape a child's relationship with food? It turns out that changes in the family environment can indeed lead to emotional eating in children. Emotional eating is when kids eat in response to feelings rather than hunger. This often happens as a way to cope with stress, sadness, or other tough emotions. Let's break down how family changes can influence this behavior. First, consider how children learn from their parents. If a parent uses food to deal with their own emotions, children may mimic this behavior. For instance, if a mother often turns to snacks when feeling stressed, her child might start to do the same. This pattern can create a cycle where emotional eating becomes a learned response. Next, think about parental feeding practices. When parents restrict certain foods or control portions too strictly, it can backfire. Children may develop a stronger desire for those restricted foods. This can lead to emotional eating when they face stress or sadness. For example, if a child is not allowed to have dessert, they might crave it even more and use it as a comfort food during tough times. Additionally, how caregivers respond to a child's emotions plays a big role. Supportive responses that help children express their feelings without food can reduce emotional eating. On the other hand, if caregivers use food to soothe a child's negative feelings, it teaches them to associate eating with emotional relief. This can create a habit of turning to food whenever they feel down. A child's temperament also matters. Some kids find it harder to manage their emotions. If they struggle with feelings of frustration or sadness, they may be more likely to use food as a coping mechanism. If the family environment supports this behavior, it can become a common response. Now, let's talk about practical strategies to create healthier eating habits. Encourage a balanced diet that includes all essential nutrients. This not only supports growth but also helps children feel better emotionally. Avoid overly restrictive feeding practices. Instead, offer a variety of foods and let children make some choices. This can help prevent food fixation and emotional responses to restrictions. Model healthy ways to deal with emotions. Encourage children to talk about their feelings, engage in physical activities, or express themselves through creative outlets. When they feel sad or frustrated, respond supportively without immediately offering food. Teach them to recognize their emotions and express them in healthy ways. For picky eaters, introduce new foods gradually. Make it a fun experience without pressure. This helps reduce emotional stress around eating and encourages openness to new tastes. In summary, family changes can indeed lead to emotional eating in children. By understanding the connection between family dynamics and eating behaviors, we can create a supportive environment. This helps children develop healthy eating habits and emotional coping strategies.